Le Foch 155 is a Tier 10 French tech tree tank destroyer. It's fast, going in at a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour. It's got pretty solid DPM for an auto-loading gun, and some very incredible armor. And there are some differences between the Tier 10 and the Tier 9, and then the Tier 8, which we're going to be talking about in today's video. Now, the Tier 9 and Tier 8 do not have auto-loading guns, but what they do have is DPM and the same basic armor profile, plus way better accuracy. The real issue I have personally with the Foch is just its accuracy. It is absolutely horrific. That's not the case for the AMX AC 48, the tank we'll be talking about in today's video. Now, every now and then, you'll see a video like this pop up on my channel, but I thought that this would be a really interesting one. I was doing a stream a couple weeks ago, and one donation told me to run this tank stock, and it actually went pretty well stock. And it got me thinking, well, the top gun on this vehicle, sure, it's got ridiculous penetration, one of the highest pen guns tier for tier in the game. But its DPM is terrible. It's 2,375 DPM. Like, sure, if this was a heavy tank, that would be fine. But it's not a heavy. This is a Tier 8 tank destroyer. I mean, if you look at a vehicle like a WZ-120, it's got way more DPM. Maybe not as much penetration, but who cares? You've got armor, you've got mobility. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to put on the 100mm armament. You drop the alpha by about 90, it goes to 310. But you go up on DPM by 386. Your dispersion gets better, and that's quite good. As well, it's not like you've bad penetration. You've 202 on the standard, which is more than enough for most Tier 8s, and the 255 on the premium will cut through even a Tiger 2 frontally. So the penetration is absolutely fine. And the fact that it goes 50 kilometers per hour with really, really solid frontal armor is great. So I'm going to be showing you two replays where I was able to get this gun to work. Now, I did a lot of battles with this tank because I wanted to compare the guns and to really see how it performed with both options. And I'll definitely be honest, there were situations and battles where I kind of wanted the alpha, and especially the penetration. Being able to just butter through armor. I mean, the standard pen on the Top Gun is about the same as the premium pen on the gun I'm running. But the thing is that you sacrifice accuracy and as well DPM, all for penetration. Now sure, I do love calibrated shells, but at a certain line, I would always say, well, if you got so much pen, why not sacrifice a bit of it to gain DPM? So what we're going to do here is we're going to drive right into the base and steal a little bit of that base capture points. Thank you very much. What does the enemy team have? They got a Progetto, they've got a P44 Pantera, Action 10, T44. Not too bad on their lineup. Easy shot into the Progetto. And I was thinking at this moment, well, what do I want to do? Yeah, I'm just going to turn and shoot the Pantera. Oh, and that's a fire. Now, if I was running the 400 damage gun, this is where my DPM wouldn't even be remotely close. Like, sure, this is a pretty lucky situation, but it definitely showcases where the DPM on this gun with 2,700 feels much, much more capable than the 2,300 that you're normally carrying. Easy shot into the Action 10, and now we're going to turn and hopefully get a shell into the T44. There hasn't been really a moment since I started shooting in this game that I haven't had a shell loaded that I needed. And as well at the same time, I've been shooting every moment I could. So if I was using the 400 alpha gun in this situation, there's no way I would have been sitting at 2,000 damage. Maybe around 12, 1,300, but definitely not 2,000. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive right into their team. They got 4 vehicles left in Action 10, 45 TP, they've got an M41 Bulldog and a T25 too. Now, I'll be honest, on-movement dispersion isn't great. If that shell had actually gone where I wanted it to, it would have dealt about 350 damage with the HE, but in retrospect, I should have just fired an AP shell because it would have done much better. But hey, easy shot into the T25 to bringing us up to 2,500 damage, but we're not done. Easy shot into the Action 10, and reloading again. You can see the penetration is more than enough. The AP can butter right through this 45 TP. I'm going to plop on my adrenaline here, and come on, boom! Nice shot. We're over 3,456 damage now, and there's one tank left, the M41 Bulldog. Now, am I going to be able to shoot this guy? Well, I'm going to use that immense speed and power this tank has. Come on, go, 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 yeet! There you go. Nice shot. 3,602 damage dealt. If I was running the 400 damage gun in this game, there is no way I would have even broken 3,000 damage. There are major advantages of DPM sometimes, and this was just one of those games to showcase where the DPM feels really nice. The next game I'm going to showcase is on Dead Rail. Now, Dead Rail is becoming one of my least favorite maps in the game. I absolutely hate it. Definitely not as much as Fort Despair, but I've always hated Fort Despair ever since it's been in the game because it's so dependent on one or the other side that if either falls apart, you just kind of feel useless. So this battle, what do we have on the enemy team? We got an AMX 31 prototype, we got a standard B, and that's all they really got for mobility. However, I bet with Batchet, who I was platooned with at that Conway, was going to drive over towards the side of the map I'm at. And you'll never guess what he does. Ha ha. He drives over here. Thankfully, the Conway, I don't even think he shot me once. So I'm going to push right up to this bush here, and we're going to see what we can do. Obviously, I'm going to be cautious at the beginning of the game. One of the major issues if I'm running the stock gun is my alpha is doo-doo. It's not like I'm hitting for 400, which is still kind of lame for a tier 8 tank destroyer. I'm sitting at 310. I mean, this is tier 7 levels of damage. In fact, it is the tier 7 gun. It's the AMX AC 46 gun just running on the tier 8. So what we're doing right now is just being careful. I've sacrificed a lot of things just so I can get this DPM, but you'll notice at the beginning of this game that it doesn't seem like we're really doing all too much of anything. We got the AMX 31 down there, we got the Conway, and there's the standard B. Now, I'm just going to try and get a shot into the standard. Obviously, that vehicle has little to no armor, so there you go. One nice shot right into the standard. But we're going to try and get another shell into the standard. That's 2 shots now, and we definitely would not have gotten that reload out for that shell on the standard if we were running the larger gun. And there you go, another shot. That's 900 hit points. This is definitely where the DPM feels great. Could have fired another one into him, but nah, it wasn't worth it. We're just going to capture the base, and now I'm going to continue pushing on up. We got the 31 Air, and then off to the side, we got the Conway. Turn, nibbadoom. Thank you very much for your hit points. We're up to 1,100 dealt in this game, and the 30 just gets absolutely lit like bonfire, as the British crew says, and is dead. A little bit of a scrape there, got him out of my way, and I'm going to start pushing on the WZ-112 too. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't do much damage in this game. In fact, I barely did any. I did like 2,000-ish, but you're just going to see, like, when I have this WZ, how quickly I can get damage out. There's no way, if I was running the higher pen gun, that I would have dealt this much damage. I wouldn't have even broken 2,000, because it's just the fact that you can get out damage so quickly. So all we got left over here is the Tiger. Again, would not have gotten that shell out with the 400 gun. So, yeah, this was not bad at all. We dealt 2,200 damage and a nice finish into the Luva. So, not a bad game. Definitely nothing insane, but I thought that this would also showcase a really good situation where the alpha did not matter, and the DPM was really what we needed to win. Not every game DPM is necessitant. There are games when I wish I had the pen. There are games when I wish I had that alpha. But for the most part, this is a stock gun, and it's not a bad stock gun at all. In fact, I've been enjoying playing with it. Now, it doesn't hurt to get the top gun because you need to get to the Foch anyway, which is smart because it's the only gun on the Foch. So, yeah, it's not like it's killing you to run this gun. But, hey, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think it's smarter to run the top gun on this vehicle, the 120, or the 100mm? I'm a little bit in between right now. I don't know. But hopefully you all enjoyed today's video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!